In the city of Cyprus around 300 BC, there resided an immensely wealthy trader named Zeno. During a voyage from Phoenicia to Piraeus, his ship sank, taking all his cargo with it. This single event, entirely beyond Zeno's or anyone else's control, instantly transformed him from a man of great wealth to one of poverty. Picture yourself in Zeno's position. How would you respond to seeing your life's work destroyed by the uncontrollable forces of nature? What would be the appropriate reaction? Anger? Sadness? A sense of being cheated by life? For most, these reactions would be natural, but not for Zeno, the founder of Stoicism. A small shift can have lasting effects, and a slight change in perspective can lead to significant and impactful transformations over time. At its core, Stoicism is defined by acceptance and indifference. After studying the works of Socrates and other great philosophers, Zeno developed and taught Stoicism. He believed that while we have little control over external events, we do have control over how we respond to them, and we must wield this control effectively. Instead of lamenting his lost fortune, Zeno chose to remain composed, calm, and neutral in the face of his misfortune. Today, many mistakenly view Stoics as unbreakable individuals who avoid emotional extremes, never succumbing to rage or anxiety. However, the original philosophy of Stoicism was far more profound. It wasn't merely about being emotionless. It was a comprehensive way of viewing, understanding, and engaging with the world. It was a lifestyle that has endured for centuries. Stoic principles remain as applicable today as they were thousands of years ago, offering timeless benefits. Stoicism helps us process negative emotions from adverse experiences, transforming them into thoughts that provide a unique perspective on life. Perspective is everything, and since everyone's experiences differ, so do their perspectives. The Stoics gathered, discussed, and taught their philosophy in public spaces, believing their principles could benefit everyone. They saw no reason to confine this knowledge to schools or palaces. As a result, people from all walks of life, slaves to emperors, could learn and embrace Stoicism. Some of history's most notable Stoics include Epictetus, whose name means acquired as he was once a slave, Seneca, a renowned statesman, and Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and one of the most powerful men in history. The early Stoics practiced what they preached, opposing segregation and inequality. They even coined the term cosmopolitan, meaning citizen of the world. Today, this term evokes images of diverse cities like New York or London, reflecting the unity and inclusivity the Stoics championed. At the time of Stoicism's founding, women were barred from studying philosophy, but the Stoics vehemently disagreed. Musonius Rufus, Epictetus' teacher, argued that women, like men, possess a natural inclination toward virtue and should equally pursue philosophy. Despite societal norms, women were encouraged to learn and practice Stoicism. In a world full of unpredictability, our emotions often cloud our judgment. We don't necessarily feel sad because bad things happen. We feel sad because unexpected bad things happen. Rain, for instance, is beneficial. It nourishes plants, provides water for livestock, and cools the air. Yet, if you're caught in a downpour without an umbrella, it's unpleasant. We don't cry over rain because we've learned to expect it. Stoicism teaches us to expect the worst and find peace in that possibility. One Stoic exercise, voluntary discomfort, aims to cultivate gratitude. This might involve sleeping on the floor, taking cold showers, or eating simple meals like potatoes for a few days. Such practices remind us that we can endure and even thrive in hardship with the right mindset. By embracing discomfort, we mentally prepare ourselves for future challenges. In today's world, where advertisements constantly push us to desire more, Stoicism's message is more relevant than ever. We enter life knowing little, learning from home, school, and observation. Often, these sources conflict, and internalizing all this knowledge can set unrealistic expectations, leading to disappointment. Instead, we should focus on self-improvement for its own sake, free from external validation. External sources of happiness, like material possessions or societal approval, often fail. Cars break down, disasters strike, and relationships end. Even free things come at a cost, occupying physical and mental space. As Seneca wrote, learning to live with less will create space in your life for the things that truly matter to you. Stoicism teaches us to base our happiness on intrinsic value rather than external acquisitions. We must strive to remain composed, no matter what life throws at us. While we can't control most external events, we can control our reactions. This is the dichotomy of control, Stoicism's central principle. Epictetus emphasized the importance of distinguishing between what we can and cannot control. We should derive our worth from our actions and efforts, not from outcomes beyond our influence. Consider creating a YouTube video. The process, conceptualizing, researching, scripting, filming, editing, and uploading, is entirely within your control. However, once the video is uploaded, its success depends on external factors like the algorithm. Many judge their success by views or followers, metrics largely beyond their control. Stoics, however, measure success by the effort they put in, not the external results. Similarly, imagine someone working hard for a promotion. If denied, they might feel inadequate, not considering external factors like their boss's mood or company finances. By valuing their effort rather than the outcome, they can maintain happiness and perspective. Stoicism reframes setbacks as delays, not defeats. Stoicism is built on 4 virtues: wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice. Wisdom involves distinguishing between internal and external factors and choosing our responses wisely. As Viktor Frankl said, between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose. Courage means to persist and resist. Temperance is about moderation, doing more with less. While billionaires chase wealth, Stoics believe in having only what is essential and enough. Justice, the most important virtue, teaches that we are born to do good for others, not just ourselves. Nelson Mandela, a prominent African leader, spent 27 years in prison for fighting apartheid. Upon his release and election as South Africa's president, many expected him to seek revenge. Instead, influenced by Stoic principles from Marcus Aurelius, he advocated for reconciliation and rebuilding. Mandela understood that the past was beyond control, and the only way forward was to focus on creating a better future. Stoicism underpins modern psychological therapies like rational motor behavioral therapy, REBT, and logotherapy. REBT helps individuals identify and challenge negative thought patterns, replacing them with healthier beliefs. Logotherapy, rooted in the Stoic idea of purpose, teaches that even in darkness, We can find meaning and happiness by discovering our purpose. Stoicism guides us through life's storms, helping us find peace and fulfillment. It teaches us to focus on what we can control, accept what we cannot, and live a life of virtue. Even if our ship sinks, we can take solace in having lived a good life, however short. After all, everything has an end,